More Expo is coming to the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds on February 13th and 14th. Twice the size and quadruple the adventure. Camping equipment, off-grid trailers, rooftop tents, side-by-sides, survival gear, truck accessories. Attend live seminars and courses and product demonstrations. Visit with influential people in the overlanding world and see their rigs. The only place in the Midwest to see these exciting products. For more information and to purchase your tickets, visit moreexpo.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the All Over Overland Radio Show on Overland Radio. Today, we got our good buddy who's been a regular on this leading up to 2 weeks ago, which that commercial...
It's got the wrong date.
It's a little old.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Chris Holloway from the More Expo. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. We also have Lee. Can't forget Lee.
Lee's the man.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, it was Lee that got that whole thing rolling for us during the More Expo to be able to go live. So everything that happened was because of Lee. So
I don't know about all that.
Dude, well, us getting online was...
That was actually all Chris.
Well, getting us the hard line, yes. That was
Chris.
We got super lucky with that. Man, that was cool. How many companies and stuff did you guys interview?
We went live 31 times.
Whoa.
We actually went live 37 times, but a couple of them they were just
audio.
They weren't the greatest, so I pulled them. But yeah, I think it was 37 times.
Oh wow!
So the show went on a total of 14 hours, I think, between the 2 days, or 16 hours, something like that. So that means you were doing two an hour. You guys are working.
Yeah.
Sometimes there was more than that.
Yeah, we had people waiting in line. It was fun.
Really?
It was a lot of fun. It was more than I could have anticipated. I mean, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Being there with the radio thing, and yeah, it was just super cool. And a big part of it was thanks, for you for letting us, have a booth, but also, you. Some people are like, yeah, Chris said that we probably need to talk to you guys. So I appreciate all that too.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, and they do need to talk to you guys. You guys are awesome.
Well, thanks. We're getting it rolling. So much like you had the expo rolling, dude. Dude, it was a blast.
I like
not just what we did, but dude, all of the stuff.
That was pretty impressive what we brought together, isn't it?
Yeah. Kid in a candy store for sure.
I know. It was. I saw some drone footage from inside the building, and I was just thinking, man, what a cool thing for us to have so close to home, like it in the Midwest. And I don't know, man. There's something special that went on in that building. It was cool.
Yeah,
it was awesome stuff.
And your new vehicle, badass.
Oh, you like it?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people that get a lot of credit for putting that thing together. I put Adventure Motors through hell. Rugged Bound and Prinsu decked out the roof of that thing. Red Arc with the system in there. The front runner drawers. I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm not gonna mention them all. But
yeah,
man, the Method wheels are dope. How do you like that bronze?
Thick. Yeah.
And then on the logo,
Hey Lee, do you have a picture of it?
There we go.
Yeah, I get you one. Hang on.
Yeah.
Instead of the yellow underline on the logo, we put bronze underline to match the wheels.
Yeah, match the wheels.
Yeah, I love the way it turned out. So I've been driving it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it, baby. I've been driving that thing for 2 weeks now, and I'm in love. My poor JK is just sitting in the driveway leaking and being sad. I went and started it today just because I felt like maybe it
felt bad.
Yeah, get the cobwebs out of it.
Yeah.
But this GX 470 is like the apple of my eye right now.
So how much better does it ride on the road than your Jeep?
So for comparison, my wife has a stock 2020 Grand Cherokee, and I don't know that it doesn't ride smoother than that. It's so comfortable.
Well, with your tires, you know, that helps because you got larger tires. I know people freak out about, big tires and big lifts and all that kind of stuff. I like some rubber sidewall.
Yeah.
Because your tires absorb so much of the impact on, the vibrations of the road and, all those things.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I was at
but what lift do you have?
2.5-inch Ironman.
Yeah. So you got a good lift on there too.
It's decent. Yeah, it's the foam cell stage 3. So it's got the awesome upper control arms, and man, it rides like a cat. Well, it drives like a Lexus, I guess.
See, there you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna spoil myself. It's gonna be hard to drive that Jeep. Now, I will tell you that I've already put the Lexus in some precarious situations as far as flex goes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm used to a completely different vehicle with solid axle, and
yeah.
I mean, I can stretch that Jeep out however I want, and I gotta kind of practice a little bit on the IFS and learn how to use that. So I will. I mean, it's
what sticker's going on there? Is that what that is?
That's the Tread Lightly sticker.
There you go.
Yeah, it was. We were really bummed out that we had to cancel the
drive
route. Man, that was killer.
Yeah, the mud was even icy.
I saw some videos of some vehicles that went out and tried to run it, and there's a video. I don't know who it was, but there's a Ford Raptor that's all 4 tires turning, and I mean the gradient on the pitch that he's trying to go up is nothing. I mean, it's less than an easy driveway, and the truck is sitting there spinning, just
wow.
Nothing. I mean, all 4 tires turning, and he's not even going up. It's like, it was the right decision to make, and I'm proud of the Re-Rover team and my team for all coming together and making the decision that.
Yeah. Well, think about it, man. If you got going down one of those hills and you're in one of the valleys.
Yeah.
And then, the one that you're trying, the one you came down, let's say, is steeper than the one you're trying to go up. Because it's easy to go down, but going up's a different story, and you can't get up either side. I mean, dude.
I was concerned.
How bad would that suck?
The problem is going down is terrible because brakes don't work on ice.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you got down, you can't get up. You can't get up either side.
No, it would have been a bad deal. All of the spreadsheet that I have, we asked, are you stock? Are you modified? Are you 2 or 4-wheel drive? All of that stuff, and type of vehicle. All of the vehicles that were on there, extremely capable. The only 2-wheel drive vehicle that was on the entry list was a
Ford Ranger. A what? Oh, a Sprinter van. There was a guy that would drive a 2-wheel drive Ford Ranger to the rendezvous. I don't think I ever met him, but I heard about him.
Anyway, it's all paved roads on the way to rendezvous.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron says there's a recovery rope waiting for you, Chris, and everybody give a shout out to Justin at 230. He's listening in as well.
Nice. Yo. Yeah. All right.
That poor guy had a ride home. Man,
he had a long way to go.
And I think he went across Kansas, so it's a wonder he didn't stop off and have to start drinking or something. Because I think between the weather and just Kansas in general,
you just got to keep going and start drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Reach back behind you and just keep on going. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going 10 miles an hour, buddy.
Pull out the high camp flask, baby.
Yeah.
There we go. Speaking of which.
Sure. Yeah.
Shot time.
Let's get it started.
Okay.
What's everybody's flavor tonight? Oil fire?
Oh, it's always oil fire.
Is it?
Tonight I actually have pineapple rum and Sprite.
There
you go.
Nice.
14.
You know what I want to try? I want to try. Have you guys seen the videos of the girl that takes a what does she take? A Corona, I think, and drinks part of it, and then puts some orange juice in it, put some tequila in it, and then put some red something in it. And people have said that that's the most amazing drink you can ever have in your life. It looks like you're on a beach. I mean, it looks like something that you would drink, with your feet in the sand and stuff like that. It looks good. I'm going to have to try it.
Yep.
Looks like Justin needs some oil fire delivered to his office in Salt Lake since they can't get it out there. So Justin
might need to make the drive.
I guess I'll tell you what, Justin, and you have to remind me, but when I start heading west here for too long, I'll bring you a couple of bottles and drop it off at the office on my way through.
Don't say that too loud. I think that's illegal, buddy.
No, it ain't.
Smokey and the Bandit, son bitch.
I don't give a shit.
You sons of bitches.
just don't bring anything back.
Yeah. I don't think
that would be the fair trade. I think you do need to bring something back.
He wants a case. I was going to say a couple of bottles. I don't think they'll say much, but he wants a case.
He wants a case. Well, maybe. Hey, look, I'll bring it as long as there's a tent waiting for me.
Yeah, that old saying about wishing one hand and the other.
Yeah. Harden the F up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a lot. I mean, a lot of oil fire.
A lot of oil fire. Well, hey man, I know that you don't have a favorite booth, but did you have a booth that you were surprised with, like how badass it was?
I think that the 2 SEMA builds that were on the floor were awesome.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
You mean
when I heard yeah. Lee, do you have the picture of those getting after they were
the ice storm?
No, I don't have that picture.
Are you sending it to him, Chris?
Yeah, what's the best way to get it to you?
Just send it in Facebook Messenger real quick.
And he can quickly grab it. Yeah, that picture was freaking bananas. The one Chris is about to send you.
Oh yeah,
it was on their way home.
It's incredible. I can't wait.
I mean, it looks like a cartoon. Like it doesn't look like it's real. It's crazy.
How does that Dometic cooler survive sitting right there on the trailer? They have a Dometic cooler on that.
On that trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean without getting stolen?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's chained down.
Look at this. Hang on, let me switch screens here. See right here? So how does that bad boy survive right there?
Where are you pointing?
Oh yeah, the fridge. Oh, that's part of their display.
Oh, is it? Okay, so
yeah,
that
that's
comes
the
off.
Display stand that they had.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to find this picture. Let's see. Hold on. I sent it to keep that. I just sent you another picture of the American Adventure Labs trucks. They were so clean.
That's
and it's funny. I got a video when they were pulling out, or my brother shot the video, but my brother's like, "Oh man, those things look awesome," and the guy goes, "They'll never be like this again." And you're gonna see why. It's incredible. Let's see. It doesn't even look real.
It doesn't. Come on, Lee. We're all waiting on you.
I'm waiting for it to come through.
Okay. All right. Nothing you can do about that.
Sending. It's coming through the airwaves. So, lots of people had a hectic ride home. I think Brad from Trail Recon did a little juking and jiving, like shot down straight through the storm.
I went down to Texas.
The belt of it, and then worked his way up kind of around the backside. Like, I never saw any pictures where they were getting annihilated. It looks like they got to warm climates pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how was getting into Arkansas.
Look at this. Holy crap.
Awesome. I can't even believe that.
Yeah. Just from being pulled down the road. Just crazy.
Look at in front of the light.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in front of that tire. It's this
look,
is the width of the tire in front of the tire.
Look, they wrap saran wrap around the part of the cooler to protect
That's
it.
funny.
Yeah.
But this is all spray from
it's all spray. Like at first you thought it was like being pulled and the snow was doing that. But no, that's all spray from the truck pulling it.
Victor asks whose Opus is that in the pick? That's my Opus.
Well, that would be Lee's Opus.
Yes, it would be good.
And Lee's truck.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Bunch of pricks.
Oh,
that must have been Joey.
That's Joey.
So I'm.
That's too funny.
Oh,
if only
Dude,
everybody,
I can't wait
if only
till
everybody
that
knew
special
the
project
backstory.
that we worked on is done, and then we're able to, at the time that we are ready to do it, release that special project.
Yeah, if everybody knew the backstory behind that, they'd probably get a kick out of it too.
There's a few people that know.
Yeah, the one guy that's texting me like every other day, going, "Hey man, before I left on Sunday, you told me you guys were working on something, and then you just left and didn't tell me what it was." He's squirming, and I bet he's listening tonight.
That's awesome.
So we've got that teddy bear on pins and needles, trying to figure out what we're. Dude,
I love it.
It's epic. It is going to be so epic. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll be really funny and scary, and there'll be a scary part too.
Check this out. Victor just picked up a new Opus this weekend.
Oh, right on.
Right on. Welcome
Which
to
one
the
did
family.
he get?
You got the OP2.
The OP2? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's pretty
Very
awesome.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
Lee, do you have any other good funny photos or?
I'm going through them right now. Y'all keep talking. I'll find something here. Hang on.
Right on.
Actually, did you guys get to attend any classes, or if anybody got?
No, man. We were soaked.
I'd like to know which ones were everybody's favorite, and what we could have done better there. I think
throw some comments in the and let us know what classes y'all attended and which one you like the best, and we'll put them up on the screen, and then we'll talk about them real quick. So
yeah, hats off to our instructors on this. Those guys did a killer job. Hats off to Aaron Paris with Switchback Outdoor Safety for
I heard he
him.
I heard he sucked.
Hats off to him.
I heard never mind, I'm not gonna say what I heard, but anyway.
I've never heard a bad thing about that guy, and I wouldn't believe it if I did.
I know.
How about that?
Huh.
He's kind of a stinky guy. You got to watch him.
Yeah.
I heard Matt McClellan's Gaia classes were really good. That he did a really good job. So good for him.
He definitely knows his Gaia.
Yeah, that's awesome too.
Yeah. I've been to several events where he's been teaching that, and he taught it last year at the Moore Expo, and it's like, man, I gotta get in on that one of these days, because I can fumble around with it. But
talk about blowing up. His videos have just blown up.
I know he's doing a great job.
He is doing a good job.
Hey,
his reviews and getting stuck in the mud by himself. And
here's your Jeep guy. I mean, this is just a theme. I love it. Next year, can there be a class on how to keep fluids in your Jeep? Chris needs one of those right now, huh?
Be a long class.
And for those of you that don't know, Aaron, he got Michael.
Yeah. Here it comes.
He got.
Have you ever seen Bear Maze?
I've seen it.
I've
seen it work.
Yeah, and it works off a Scoville unit, right? So it's really hot and spicy, right? Yeah. You want to see how it works?
No.
You sure?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Lee, should we show him how it works?
No, I'm good.
This is a trainer, okay? Wow. So I wouldn't do that otherwise, but it's Lee tempted me to do that, and I apologize.
that just never gets old.
Oh, I love that.
I like how he says we had a blast.
Yeah.
Michael.
So for those of you listening on the radio and not watching it on the video stream, that was Aaron Parrish with Switchback. He had a can of bear spray, but it was the inert kind. It's just pressurized water, and he and I talked before, and he got Michael.
He got me. And what's funny is whenever I watch the video, because obviously I lived it, but when I watch the video, it's me going, no, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
I'm okay.
I'm good.
I don't need to do that.
At least, since you played that one, I'm sending another one to you that you now have to play.
Is it a video?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll take me a minute, but we'll do it.
I'm sending it through. So.
I'm good.
I'm good. I don't know. It's gonna take a minute. Oh, hold on. Maybe I should get on Wi-Fi here.
Oh, here's a great one. Look at this. Here's Justin from 23-0. This is his rig.
Wow.
There's a raptor underneath there somewhere. Holy shit.
Was that like that's his rig at home? Like where is that picture at? Taken?
I think that's back in Salt Lake City.
Wow.
Oof.
Concrete for you.
I love it.
That's too funny.
Man.
That is too funny.
So funny.
That's awesome.
So you're sending me another one?
Yeah, it just is.
It's a short video.
Yeah, it's like 15 seconds. But
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, send it on and I'll import it in real quick.
Okay. You can't look at it first. You just got to put it in there.
Well, I'm plucking this chicken, not you.
All
Can
right.
I have some buttons? How do I push the buttons?
Yeah, I need button control.
Yeah. I might have to email it to you because it's not going through Facebook.
It should.
It's awesome. Let's
I'll
see
get
what
it.
else we got. We've got we weren't able to do the S'more to More. Did you hear a lot of people if anybody still camped out there?
I saw somebody camping at Artemis.
There was at least 2 vehicles camping at Artemis. And for the life of me, I'm not sure who it was. Like I can't remember who said they were actually going to camp there.
I don't remember either, but they got big cojones.
A lot of people were driven right to the hotels. So the cool thing is you couldn't go anywhere in town, drive into a hotel parking lot and not see 25 badass rigs sitting in the parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then after the expo, like I was on the way to dinner with the staff, and every restaurant all the way down the main drag, it's like, oh, there's 5 wicked Toyotas and 6 Jeeps sitting next to and it's like, oh, there's an old Land Cruiser, and there's a couple adventure vans, and it's like, oh man, everywhere we went. So
yeah, we actually on the way home in Claremore, we stopped and got gas, and the Mountain Hatch guys were there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're like, hey, we were in the bathroom. It was like more Expo number 2.
Yeah. Those guys did a huge road trip. They just got home, I think, yesterday.
Wow.
They were going to Texas, they said.
They went to Texas. I think they spent some time in Arizona, maybe. But I mean, they're from Washington,
California,
State? Or
California.
California.
Yeah, I think it was Northern California because I asked him where they were heading, and he said California, but we got to go to Texas first.
Yeah,
those are the motorcycle guys, right?
No, those are the guys. No? They do the food safe cutting board that goes on the back of your tailgate.
That's it. Okay.
And then I got one of their cutting boards. It's awesome. And then they had the swags too. They had some pretty sweet swags.
Yeah.
Who was it that had the motorcycles? The
Green Chili.
Green Chili. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Nate. He's a solid dude, man.
I got a hankering for a KTM now. I've been looking at them.
I'm kind of.
I don't want to.
I'm excited about that electric dirt bike.
Well, now that yes.
Yeah, but I'm thinking a KTM for just a small one, just to.
I have no desire, dude. I I've blown both my knees out. I
Well,
don't want to do that. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
we're not asking if you want a treadmill.
Shit.
No, I mean, you guys, no, Chris, you remember watching Jeff and Chris ride their fucking bikes on that express rally?
Yeah.
No, I don't want any part of that.
No, I'm not strong enough to pick one of those bikes.
Watching them try to drive across the river.
Yeah, he dumped it over in the river, and then I watched Chris try to drop his drain plug just to drain a little bit of oil out.
The water.
It was all full of water.
Yeah.
And the oil was so hot, he just dropped the drain plug. Fuck, mate. Or however. Dropped the drain plug and just dumped all the oil out.
Oh no. So
some
some young guy with a flatbed Tacoma camped at Artemis. Man, he's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think those bikes are kind of nice.
The flatbed Tacoma is Jack. He came down with the Wisconsin group.
Oh well, hell, that's
nothing for them. That's cheating.
He probably slept in his shorts or something out there.
There's my bro.
Your brother.
Did everybody get to meet my brother Paul?
So Paul, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to send me a couple of private messages through Facebook, and I need some dirt. Stories. I mean, did he like put his hands in his diapers when he's a baby and rub it on his head? Or
did you miss the campfire talk at the Express rally?
I really need.
Oh my gosh, we got done with that night. Chris is telling all these stories, and they're all amazing. And I'm a storyteller, but they were polished. They had been told several times. They were polished. Like he was like a stand-up comedian with these stories. And he had the right tone, the right speed, the right everything for every part of the story. It was amazing. And then he goes, the next day, I think he leans over to me and he goes, "Hey, I'm putting together this expo in Springfield. And I think maybe we should talk about, you doing your thing there." And I was like, wait a minute. The same guy that told me those stories last night is going to put on an expo here in the middle of the United States. Whatever. It was so much fun.
Damn,
and we got through year 2. And Chris, I can't say enough about how well the event went. From the people being happy with how quickly it seemed like the lines went, all things considering, also, with having to do everything you had to do there. There was even when I looked up and it was packed, everybody had their masks on. Yeah. It was out there walking around. So it seemed like everybody really followed the rules, and you just did an amazing job. The booths were all awesome. The vendors were crazy awesome, amazing. And, when you get to throw in a few celebrities, for our world, celebrities, I mean, they are. There are, movie stars. There are people that we look at, athletes.
Patrick Holmes of Overlanding was there.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and you only had like 2 of the biggest names there. Yeah.
So as smooth as that show ran, I get very little credit for it because I'm one guy that's running around just making some decisions real quick. It was awesome how amazing my staff did, and let's do one for those guys because that was amazing.
We go.
Yeah,
to the staff,
to
your family.
They're my family. They all are. In one way or another. But I mean, so with 5 people, not including myself, I was just riding around on a dirt bike having fun. But we moved in 100 vendors in 3.5 hours. I opened the doors And then in 3.5 hours, we had the door shut.
Look what I just put on the screen right as you started that conversation.
You were talking about it.
Oh yeah. It was incredible. And
well, here's the deal: in your role, you're the one that does all the work beforehand, and so with leadership and having people, the right people put in place, made it to where you got to ride that bike around.
Yeah.
But it was all the work you put in the year before, because you're already starting for next year, and you were starting for next year before the expo was over. So you put in a ton of work, man.
It's the best job I ever had, man. It's solid. This is so much fun. How could this not be great? Look at what we've got for the Midwest. We had, I'm not going to say we had nothing, because that's not true. Rendezvous, Core, and then some other small events. I'm excited to see some of the other ones that are popping up now.
Yeah, but you had events that were local or just expanded outside of local.
Yeah.
Your event brought together the entire Midwest.
Last year we had 26 states represented at the expo, and this year I haven't even looked. I've not got to run my analytics yet, but the website is going worldwide. I mean, we're seeing a lot of Australia and South Africa and South America.
Oh, well, we've got firsthand knowledge of this. Yeah. We went live. Our first live spot we did was Saturday morning, right at probably 9:30, somewhere in there. And
hey, hang on a second. Just so y'all know, Dustin's in Puerto Rico.
I know.
What?
And he's sending us a message. Dustin, if you're listening, I hope that you get the dripping shits because you're down there and we're not. But we love you anyway. We love you anyway.
He was a lot of fun.
I just want to know if he caught any fish on that boat when he went out. I hadn't seen anything yet. Okay, go back. Okay, so sorry.
Okay, so we had our first live, whatever you want to call it. And Lee took off. He had to go do something. I'm standing there, and this lady walks up, and she goes, What's this overland radio? And so I tell her, what it is, how we're trying to reach people, where to find us, that it's a radio show. It's an app. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube, like all these things. And she goes, okay. And she starts pulling out her phone. And I'm like, what did I do? Like, she's about to show me something that I'm going to be embarrassed or in trouble for. One of the two.
Back to the episode where you took your shirt off.
Well.
Oh, God, please. No, not that one.
So she shows me her phone, and it's a picture of me from just 30 seconds ago, standing doing my live thing. It's a screenshot. And I was like, she was just asking me what this is. And she goes, my friend from the Netherlands just sent me this picture and said, you were just live on the internet, because she's in the background. And she was like, I was screaming and screaming for you to turn around. Well, it turns out that it was Renee, and she owns
Global Expedition Vehicles.
So
nice,
she was like super cool. And I said, look, here, we would love to interview you. And I think where we really would help you guys out, maybe, as far as getting just the word out and, and some of the stories out. What I really want to do with her is interview the people that own her vehicles that are all over the world.
That would be awesome.
And then it's like, for her, it's her vehicles that are being showcased.
Yeah.
Even though we might be talking about their trip, all the connection is, the vehicles that she sold these people. But the lady in the Netherlands, they're really good friends. And, obviously when you buy a vehicle like that, you probably become family,
I would imagine
with everybody there. Yeah. So
there's probably a Christmas list there.
Yeah. So it was just super cool. And, you were just talking about going to all these other countries, but with the first 30 minutes of the show, it in the Netherlands. So
that's awesome.
it was way cool. It was way cool.
We actually hit. I looked at some of our numbers, and we hit obviously there, but we hit Ireland, Australia. Man, we were all over Australia.
Well, we had Red Arc, and
and then
Justin's
we had
from there and all that. Yeah.
Oh God, where was it at? Zurich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we had South America. I mean, we had Panama. We had, I can't even name them all down in South America. And then we had Mexico, we had Canada. I mean, it was kind of crazy. Some of the places that I saw afterwards that were watching what we were doing.
Speaking of reach, I know you guys were swamped. I got one opportunity to get out and go look at the parking lot. Actually, Michael, you went out because I saw some video of you out in the parking lot.
I was walking in.
Oh,
this is whenever I was walking in. Yeah, I didn't get a chance this year. I mean, we were really pretty busy. I didn't get a chance this year to go walk around the parking lot and do my little rig.
1 degrees. It was kind of.
It was kind of I mean, I don't know how long my phone would have lasted out there or my camera.
I walked out there with my brother and Brandon, one of our other staff members, just to go decompress for a second and breathe. But I really wanted to see the license plates. I love playing that game.
Oh yeah, the license plate game.
And it was like the Bible Belt and Hurricane Alley. Like okay, so it was North Dakota to Michigan and all states down Texas to Alabama. Like
wow.
It was the entire Midwest that was represented. It was so cool.
I thought it was cool. I pulled up Saturday morning, and when I pulled up, I was like, oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 Colorados lined up next to each other.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? And
I didn't see 8, but I saw, it seems like there were a bunch.
Oh yeah,
I
there was.
I don't
8,
remember how many.
And I parked across from them because some asshole in a Jeep parked next to him, so I couldn't get over there. But kidding. And but anyway, I asked the guy, and he said, yeah, that they kind of all started meeting up along the way, and some of them started up from Wisconsin coming down, and they had a couple of them from Michigan, and they all started to converge on St. Louis is basically their meeting point, and they got together. I thought it was kind of cool.
That is cool.
I saw that. I forget what the group was that united all, but
yeah, it was pretty neat. So it's fun to see people like that get together and
love that.
And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love that the core group all came down in convoy. That must have been badass. I haven't seen any footage of the convoy yet, but
no, I haven't seen any of that either. I've been looking on YouTube for some stuff. I looked today earlier, and there's been a few videos, but I haven't seen any of the core stuff yet. So,
man, there were so many people walking around doing videos.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was like, if you search, it's funny. Last year, if you searched more Expo, I mean, you'd find a handful on YouTube. And right now, if you search it, it's like you can get an idea what the show looks like for next year. I always look at like Overland Expo, like, oh, I wonder what it looked like this year or something. Like, I like that I can jump on there and find a dozen videos and see what it looked like. And I love that people do that. That is awesome. Just, it's nice. I appreciate that they're creating some memories for everybody. I know a lot of it. I talked to some of the YouTubers, and it's a lot of the same reason that you started all over Overland, Michael. You just want to show your kids that you were doing some badass stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah. And then it gets out of control.
Yeah.
And now the Midwest is the new place to be for Overland.
Well, I was talking to Grant, and I had met him, when he'd first basically started his channel. Was I had been doing mine maybe a couple of years. I think his is like 2, maybe 3 years old. Mine's like 4 or 5 years old. Anyway, so I was talking to him in our interview, and I was like, maybe we just should have kept our damn mouth shut. Because we were talking about how so many more people are starting to find the Ozarks and find just that Midwest, region, that there's actually some pretty good wheeling. It may not all be mountaintops and 12,000 feet or anything like that, but it's still beautiful and it's still crazy how much trail you can network through there.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable. So we're going to the Smoky Mountains and at the end of March or at the end of April and very beginning of May, Smoky Mountain Overland Rally. If anybody wants to meet us out there and hang out, send me a message, let me know, or just meet me out there. You can't miss my wife calls it the Mobile.
The Mobile.
Oh, that's good.
It's
good.
Dude, I couldn't believe that she recognized me with my hood on and my mask on.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I was like, I came up behind you and grabbed you. And you were like, who? I don't know who. And she goes, it's Michael. And I was like, how in the world? Like, how? It was pretty funny. But I don't think I had said anything because usually everybody was like, well, I can tell it's you because of the voice. I can just hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. McClellan came up. I forget who I was talking to. It was an attendee trying to get some information. I think he was like a little frustrated or something. So I was trying to make sure that he knew, what was going on. Oh, we were talking about classes and stuff. And I think he was frustrated because he couldn't find it or, was maybe late for it or something. And Matt McClellan came up and put his arms around me and picked me up.
In the middle of this conversation with this guy.
I was kind of snap. I was like, hey, man, I'm working here or something like that. And then I saw who it was. I thought it was maybe my brother or somebody, somebody from my hometown right there. And,
I'm actually doing serious shit right now.
I know. Yeah. I was mad.
That's funny.
Yeah. Bless his heart. He did 3 classes.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah.
I heard they were really good too.
Yeah.
One thing that Lee and I figured out at the end, we didn't realize it until we were kind of finishing up. Next year, when we have guests come on and we're interviewing them and they've got a booth there, we're gonna have to make sure they know their booth number. Because we had one couple. We were interviewing Ryan with CB Adventure Supply, and he was showing some product. And when Lee and him walked back over to their booth, there was a lady that was like, oh, okay, I found it. We were just watching this live. They're walking around more watching our show and wanted to go buy 2 of the 3 items that he was showing in the video.
Oh, yeah.
It was the GSI collapsible, pot and the
True Blow, the Bro.
Yeah, the Brewtech.
Brewtech, yeah.
French press thing. So by the time he and I got back over there,
Brewtech.
Yeah, Brewtech. There you go. By the time he and I got back over there, Michael's right. They were there buying it. Said they saw it. And Ryan looked at me and I looked at him and he had this look on his face like, well.
Did that really happen? Like, wow.
Yeah. Wow. So it was pretty good.
Well, and what happened was they were looking for, like, if we had said like that he was at booth 48 or whatever, they had said that they'd been able to find it faster. But they were kind of walking around just kind of trying to figure out which booth it was.
It's all in the book.
Yeah. But it just made me realize that we need to probably try and at booth number 44 you can go find whoever.
It'd be cool if you could do like their website down here, who they are, and then
you mean like that, something like that, a little banner.
Yeah, or if it said More Expo 2022.
Dude, there were times we were just lucky we
could do it like that where it pops up down there in the corner.
Okay. Yeah.
It was funny. Somebody came walking up and said, because the booth looked amazing. I mean, Lee, the skirts that Lee got, the microphones, like everything looked the part. It was awesome. But someone came up and said, man, looks like you guys done this a time or two. And I was like, nope. This is the first time we've ever set this stuff up.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
And not only that, but I mean, like some of the things that we had was the first time Lee'd gotten it out of the box because he'd been waiting on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were chasing our tails there for a little while.
We added. Somebody told me that we added 2 things that just totally upped our level of professionalism on this show, and it was having you guys there with Overland Radio.
Oh, cool!
That just made it so cool. I mean, that's awesome. And then the magazine was a huge hit. That's a seriously legit awesome magazine. Hats off to Cindy Pope for putting all that together for me.
Yeah.
Yes, she's rocking.
There was a lot of buzz about it. I mean, people were talking about it that would walk by, and even some of the vendors that were sitting at that would come and talk to us, when we weren't live or whatever, we were just talking.
Man, you don't see programs like that. That is
no.
I mean, the show program is a free magazine with articles, and it's like, yeah, are you kidding me? Love it. So I'm glad there's a ton of interest, because I think we're going to look at starting to get that out a little bit more and doing some.
What's the possibility of having a second show or some type of event that is not it's tied to the More Expo, but it's a different time of year? What are the chances?
Are you asking me to leak super top secret confidential information?
Well, we are known as the place where news gets broken.
We had, tell them how many we had.
First, I think we ended up with 8 world premieres.
Eight
product world premieres.
You heard it first here. We had it 8 times.
Yeah.
And it was from, go back and listen to all the broadcasts. I'm not going to give it away, damn it. But I will tell you one of them was 23-0.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Just a tease. You don't have to give us the whole story, but just a tease if there's something that possibly could come from that.
He can't, man.
So I love throwing parties, and I love music. And I love especially live music. I love historical landmarks, and I love being outdoors and camping and big fires. And
I've already got it all figured out.
Okay,
I already know exactly what's happening.
I do too, but don't say anymore. Just leave everybody in suspense.
Yeah, I plan to announce a spring event that is going to be our thank you to all of our supporters, and it's also going to be a way for us to make up for everybody being
cold
and moved out so quick. There were a lot of people that didn't get to make it because of the weather, and I feel like we owe it to the community that supports us so much to give them a good weather experience. And I know the recipe. I know what needs to be done, and I can assure you that it will be in true Steel Driver Media Group More Expo.
I've already got the name. I
already have a name and a logo in the works. But
here it is. Here it is.
More stock.
More beer and bikinis.
More beer and bikinis.
Get it? Because it could be like more beer and bikinis.
I like more. But I like more stock better.
Honestly, with our group, it would be like more beards and
more beards and bellies.
More beards and mankinis. Yeah.
Wait. Here we go. More Palooza.
More Palooza.
Yeah. Anybody watching in the comments, throw up some names. I've already got one.
Kind of a fun game. More Palooza works.
I like more stock, but I like more Palooza. That's kind of good.
SMS Overland did a thing at S'more. We stopped by there and checked that out. It looked like they had a cool little shindig going on. So.
Right on.
Yeah. Now we're gonna. So everybody, keep your calendars open. In May, I think we're looking at second week of May. Yeah, look at your calendars, boys, because you're gonna have to work.
Huh? Oh, okay.
You don't have to work. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there for sure. I mean,
I know.
Beardos. Speaking of beards, yeah, beardos. I like it. Speaking of beards, I think we need to give a special shout out as part of the show to Chad from Overland Attic, because he is our sponsor, or one of our sponsors here at the radio. So big shout out to Chad and his bro beard, because I mean, like Michael said, he was kind of like setting the standard for beards. I think
it looked pretty nice.
He was pretty, yeah, it was pretty
like
savvy.
for a rookie beard guy.
Yeah,
his game was good.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And
I like that it's got gray starting to show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need to work on getting that all the way white.
Like yours, you're starting to get some color in.
No, it just kind of, it's weird. Sometimes this feels darker. Sometimes it feels grayer. I don't know. But
that's from all the.
I'm trying to build my Santa Claus beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overland Santa, perhaps?
Yeah. I may actually, listen, I've been talking about it. I may actually pimp myself out this Christmas as Overland Santa and go do some Santa stuff.
Yes.
I may pimp myself out and do that.
I think it's
like I think it should be a what do they call it? I play a character. It's my alias or whatever. My hidden identity.
I think you need to go down and hang out with the Blue Line Overland group as Overland Santa.
Yeah. Yeah. Go do shop with the cop.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to get down there and check that out. I think there's a lot of magic happening on that. So I want to get down there.
Hey, what happened here?
That's gone already?
So that's the bottle that Lee gave me.
Yeah.
And you know what I loved about the way Lee gave it to me? He hands it to me. He goes, "Here, I already had a drink." Without even looking, I was like, "It's 10 a.m. Yeah. Took a blow. Like, yeah, this is going in the fridge. So it's funny. People didn't know that while they were walking around the show, they could have just grabbed a swig out of the oil fire in the back of the fridge. That Snowmaster I got in the back of the Mobile as my
man. We are gonna have to talk to Oil Fire because there was a demand for that at the More Expo. At some of the parties.
It's getting to the point where I think I'm going to start buying it at the liquor store and then bringing it to the events and then selling it and doubling my money.
Yeah. Have to do that.
Mine went.
Nobody.
Aaron threw a party at Artemis Saturday night, and my bottle went super fast with people wanting to try it out.
Oh yeah.
I was getting little cups and just pouring, just a couple sips or whatever. And even just doing that bottle went quick. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Chad says he's brand new to overlanding. Shit, haven't even been able to do it yet because he hasn't got all the equipment. Look out on a trail near you. Dude, you don't need much, man.
You don't. You got a vehicle. You got somewhere to, something to cover up to sleep in.
Yeah.
Something to keep food, make fire. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Call it car camping. Call it whatever you will, man.
Yeah.
Just call it having a good time. It's funny. I equivalated overlanding not long ago to, driving to work every day back and forth. Same road, taking Interstate 70. Boom, boom, boom. And it's like, man, forget this. I'm going to take this random road through Kansas City and drop down through whatever neighborhoods or hit an old industrial park and just explore. It's about the journey, man. I mean, and then extrapolate that in your life and just enjoy it, you know?
Well, and one thing people can do that, I get aggravated when people start talking about what is overlanding and it's, multi-day, it's, weeks and it's months. Dude, like somebody that's getting into it, if they want to just come home a different way and like down a dirt road or something,
yeah,
that's your first steps into it. So that's you're going overland, you're going and yes, there's a destination you're going to, but when you go off and you explore those roads, the destination is where you end up, but the journey, the thing that you're really stoked about is the drive up.
Yeah.
It is.
So it could be afternoon overlanding. Like
we did it
Sunday.
My wife and I took back roads all the way up to Weston, and then jumped across the Missouri River there, and then drove down through like Leavenworth and Lansing, Kansas, and we drove for 7 hours, just out riding around, looking at stuff. Kind of got on some muddy gravel roads, and hopped off where it was too muddy or anything. But I mean, it's just about the ride, yeah.
Yeah, and if somebody gets hung up on the word overlanding, which I mean, it's going to happen. It's already started to happening. Call it adventure, call it exploring, it doesn't matter. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
We use it as a
way to connect the community. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's for. It's the bread that binds the community together.
Yeah, if the community started calling it Freaky Fun Adventure Travel next week,
we're cool with it. Let's call it Freaky Fun Adventure Travel.
Yeah, exactly. My dad says, "Oh yeah, we used to call that camping,
boondocking, like whatever you want to." Yeah.
I gotta say, I know where the oil fire went, and Chris's mom and dad are kind of cool. I want to go hang out with them.
Yeah, we. So I got home and
hey, hang on, wait before you do that. So we're coming up on 1 hour, and we're gonna
shoot a 23-0 commercial.
Yeah, it's time for that one, and then I'm gonna have one more after that on the way out the door. But let's do the 23-0 because they're one of our prime sponsors, and this is Justin being famous. And then when we come back, hold that story because I want you to tell it. It was pretty good. So be right back.
G'day campers, are you out there looking for a rooftop tent and starting to find from the pictures they all look the same? Well, from a picture, you're right, they do all look the same. The difference between brand to brand, model to model, is what they're constructed with, how they're constructed, and what features come along for the ride. One of the features that 23-0 use is LST, Light Suppression Technology. It returns you the ability to turn out the lights until you're good and ready to wake up in the morning. That means you get a sleep in when you're out camping. Unheard of in most rooftop tents. Go out, do your homework, find what features work best for you, and make a good choice. Bye for now.
Dude, Justin's got the Fu Manchu and the glasses. I don't know whether to take him serious or roll one with him. I'm just not sure.
That's funny.
I love the boomerang music in the back of that.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a?
We need subtitles. We need subtitles.
Subtitles.
I think we need didgeridoos.
Didgeridoos. All right, Justin, you heard it. That's funny. All right.
With every
Brandon King says, "I overland to fishing holes." Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the adventure.
Really,
right,
the adventure. Yeah.
All right, so you were about to tell us the story.
Oh yeah. So after the show, the big plan was to go camping down in the Ozarks, and I think the wiser minds probably prevailed because everybody canceled except for my brother and I and Matt, and actually Brandon Paddock was going to join us, but everybody else is like, hell no, we're not doing it. So my brother and I, my brother's girlfriend that flew in as well, Christina, we all went to my parents' house, which is in Warsaw, which is 65 miles north of Springfield, and pulled in, got inside, shook the snow off. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh man, I got to go back in the snow because I know where the bottle of whiskey is that Lee gave me, and I got to bring it in and share it with my folks. So I bring it in, immediately my brother and Christina start hanging out with my daughter and playing. They haven't seen her for about a year, so they're having fun and enjoying themselves. And meanwhile, my mom and my dad and I are out in the garage with 3 glasses, just pour. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
all right. Yeah.
Pour. And within 40 minutes, my brother came out and he's like, I mean, there was 2 or 3 fingers left in the bottom of the bottle. And he's like, seriously, why? It's like, yeah, that just happened. It was
we just killed a bottle in 30 minutes.
Blowing off some steam or, celebrating a wonderful show.
Yeah.
And my parents celebrating with me. So it was like, and good with boo. So while just about the time we were finishing that up, I was like, I gotta call Lee and thank him. So I put Lee on the spot on FaceTime. I think we caught him in his pajamas, and we all had funny for him.
That was hilarious. Good times. So here's your funny one. Power Wagon Ogie says the accent alone screams I punch a wallaby in the face yesterday.
That is badass.
So funny. Justin comes back, says to player didgeridoo, you need to suck and blow at the same time.
Wow.
Oh,
just wow.
Damn.
Wow.
I don't know if we could.
I'll tell you what, it was fun. I hadn't got to spend any time with Justin before the
He's
expo.
Kind of a card, ain't he?
Had a blast.
Oh my God.
With Justin. Had a blast with Aaron Paris that was next to us. Just meeting and getting new friends. Dustin, with the Ozark Mountain Adventure Vans. I like these are people I want to go hang out with like all the time.
Yeah, it was funny because every time Ryan from CB Adventures,
Ryan, same thing. Yeah,
Justin would crash the party.
Oh,
it was hilarious. And Justin told me, he goes, I promise you, I was not watching it or getting notifications. He goes, it just happened that way. And of course, I'm like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You were, but it was great because the two of them, the dynamics were freaking awesome.
It was fun
because, of course,
it was a lot of fun.
Justin's just funny as hell. So I mean, get him on there and all the terms and the shit he says.
Part.
But half of it I need to like a translator to sit next to me so that half the shit he says, I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, it was like when me and Ryan were talking about it. We were talking about car park, which is hard to say. Car park. It's a car park. Go park your car in the car park.
It's a parking garage or
it's just a parking lot.
Oh shit.
But like when he tells you it's a parking lot, you're like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I get it now. But when he first says it, you're like, that's so foreign. And it's not something that rolls off our tongue very easy.
No,
I mean, trying to say it back to him, it just didn't work.
Okay, now Jessica just asked Justin to use his Kentucky. He did that.
That was funny. It talks real slow.
Still has the Australian accent or whatever behind it. So I think we actually have that recorded too. Come to think of it. Oh my God. Yeah, go. Yeah. I don't know if I can cue that one up fast enough, but yeah.
You know who I enjoyed meeting and chatting with was Todd from Snowmaster. That dude's solid. Did you guys meet him
we didn't get to meet him.
We
didn't get to meet them. Goose Gear. I wanted to have Goose Gear.
I didn't get to meet them either. I've been wanting to meet Brian and
we tried to get Aaron from Artemis, but damn, that guy was so busy. He just I mean, he was like a blur. And so we didn't get to have him on because he was running like a madman. But so we didn't. I'd love to get hooked up and get a Snowmaster on, Goose Gear on. There's a bunch of those I'd like to get on. So
yeah.
I tried to get Andrew from Midland to come on, but the moment I asked him about it, he's like, "Man, I'm so tired." He goes, "Can we do it another day?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll do it another day." He goes, "I'm gonna lose my voice if I don't quit talking."
I lost my voice for like 3 days after the show. I could not talk. I I had sponsors calling me, like, people that sponsored parts on the expo race stuff to see how it went, and I had to keep replying to everybody like, sorry, would talk to you, lost my voice. Can we talk next week? I'm still scratchy and hoarse from it. Wearing that mask the whole time and just brutal.
Yeah, I can't believe that I didn't lose my voice at all. Dude, I talked. It felt like I talk a lot anyway, but it felt like I didn't shut up that whole weekend.
And you know what's funny is right towards the end, I was like, "Hey, you want to do one more?" And he's like, "No, I don't."
Yeah,
think
I did
do another one.
I started getting jet lag there at the end. I was like, man,
because I was trying to bring him over and just bam, as fast as I could get him. Yeah,
it happened to me with the microphone doing the MC. Like, you caught me Saturday morning. I was full of piss and vinegar, just having a blast, walking around pointing at shit and talking about it on the microphone, just having so much fun. And then by Saturday at like 4:30, I got on the microphone and said something, and my wife was like, "Hey, where are you at?" Like, that was garbage. It sounded like you were half asleep, and I was like, I don't know.
Let me step outside for a minute.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna give this up for a little bit. So I gave it to my brother, and he ran it for the rest of the day. And then the next morning, Sunday, I tried to do a little rip on the microphone and get everybody pumped, including myself. And it was like, man, it was just so hard to give the energy, because Saturday morning was a freaking rush. It was crazy. Yeah. So I ended up handing the microphone to the guy that was running my merch booth, Neil, and I presented it to him like it was freaking Excalibur. Like, Joe, here's a More Expo magazine.
Hey, hold on, Chad, pull that back up. Chad, we totally need you on the show. We're all about all the different ranges of overlanding. We want to talk to everybody from budget-minded to the most outrageously built rigs. I mean, we're all, even though some of us do overlanding differently, we're all overlanders. We all do it.
Chad,
so
Chad,
yeah,
he's right. Look, Chad, he's right. I mean, he's so right that we actually let him on the radio, and he used to own a Jeep Liberty.
Yeah.
Put that in your pipe and smoke
it. Was funny when I was talking to Grant. When I was talking to Grant, and he goes, I had like the most well-known TJ, on YouTube. I wanted to say, dude, you did it with like a decent rig. I did it with a Liberty. But his YouTube channel's way bigger than mine. So
yeah,
I'm telling you, man, it's that mustache.
It is. It's the super stash.
I mean, you almost expect him to wheel up in a big white van that says free internet on the side.
I thought it was Super Troopers, man.
We call it the Superman mustache.
Well, he was trying to tell us they look like Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, what? And then I said, and I wasn't even thinking. We're on the radio, like we're doing the video. I wasn't even thinking. I was like, nah, it's like more like Bert from Bert and Ernie.
Totally busted his balls,
and he was like, oh yeah.
Oh, that was so funny. And of course, without missing a beat, he just keeps on.
He just keeps going. Dude, we have to take him camping. We have to go camping with him.
I think we need to get him back on and do a show with him, a little longer, because
that's what I'm saying. I want to do that camping.
Oh yeah, well, we could do that too.
Yeah. Lee, whenever you guys get the setup down, we'll be able to just
I paid $99 today for my deposit on Starlink.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll be able to go do some camping radio live on location.
Yeah. So we got to get this trailer built. So in the draw, I got it being drawn. What, am I not supposed to say anything?
I don't think you're supposed to talk about this.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Top secret.
Damn, I didn't know that was that big a deal. It's just
I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, but I didn't think we were talking about it yet.
show.
It's just a trailer with a stripper pole. And it's going to have these shelves with oil fire lined all the way down the side.
Yes.
It's a bar. I got to fill one of these cases. I'm coming down to Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
I'm going to fill this case just full of oil fire.
So
come
on the way to come to Oklahoma, whenever you come through Oklahoma or pass through wherever you're going, if you need, I know a couple of places depending on which route you're taking. Or whenever that happens, just let me know, and I'll get you to those places to get some oil fire.
I'm just gonna go buy it all.
That's fine.
I have
I had some big news I was going to tell you, and then we started talking about other stuff.
I don't know why
I did my arms.
Why can't we talk about
something.
Why can't we talk about the trailer? I don't get it.
This wasn't for the trailer. This was something that I got excited about saying. And then you brought up the trailer, and I was like, and I got totally off my thing. So it's your fault. It's all Lee's fault. Yeah. So go ahead. I mean, you've already said the trailer. Go ahead and tell them kind of what you're thinking.
All right. So here's the deal. You heard it here first. So
world premiere.
Yeah, no shit. Where's my Hershey's
world premiere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like if all goes well, we're going to build a trailer. It's going to be a mobile radio, and I'm going to let you in on another little thing. It's probably going to be some television. Not walking around with a selfie stick television, like multiple cameras with broadcast, that kind of television. So
almost like doing a late night show.
Yeah, but at camp.
At camp.
Or at an expo or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, really mainly the expos and stuff like that. But yeah, at camp, that would be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And so now comes the part where we're, obviously I've invested already in some of this equipment, but now I got to get the trailer built and then keep investing, get some sponsors.
Yeah.
I heard Moore was going to donate like 25,000 or something to us.
Something like that.
Yeah. That would put me right out of business. So
I'm teasing. Hey, you got to save that for oil fire, man.
I have a budget of $25,000 a year, 23 of which goes towards oil fire.
That's my man there. Yeah, I hear you.
And really, it's the whole thing with the trailer. It's working towards kind of what we had this idea of, and this was the first year. The More Expo was the first event that we really got to showcase how powerful this can be.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
Yeah. So there's a good chance if all goes well, we'll be at Mountain West and we'll be at East. We'll hopefully be at the Rendezvous, and we'll be set up to be able to broadcast from there, and hopefully some places in between to bring some cool content. I'd like to be able to just wheel into a place, and if I see some people camping that have some cool rigs,
just go talk to them.
Yeah, let's talk and see what's going on or whatever. I am talking to a company about buying a little device that will fit to my drone that will allow me to broadcast from the drone back to the trailer so that we can get the live video feed and bring it in also
like a repeater. Almost.
Just imagine your News on 6 or News on 9 in Oklahoma City with a helicopter, and they're broadcasting to you the news.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
So you want to do you want to shoot down and be able to use that video.
Yeah, you could, get it.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously grand openings like 23Zero's Expedition Superstore.
I've never heard of that.
Expedition Superstore.
Yeah, you'll hear
grand opening.
You'll hear about that. Yeah, we'll have Justin on here soon, but that's going to be huge. I don't know that I have the liberty to say much, but yeah, just hang on for it. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I need to know about this.
Such a tease.
I know. How about the 11th unveiling tonight?
Yeah, that's another world
premiere. There you
go. Dude, if we went back to the shows that we did before the More Expo, the world premieres would be off. It'd be out of this world.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: 23-0 and Justin and his crew got some really cool things coming this year.
They're working on some big things.
I mean, things that, everybody, I think, has to evolve, but his evolution is a lot different. I don't know if you heard it on the deal, but they're setting up to produce an awning. I don't know if it's the first produced awning in the US, but I mean, they got 4,000 square feet put aside. They're supposed to have the sewing machines and that kind of stuff coming in. So they'll be producing that stuff there.
Well, let's just say that's just the start, probably.
Yeah, that's just the start.
Yeah. Get your feet wet.
I love seeing this industry grow, and
it's
I love
crazy.
seeing it grow stateside.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It creates jobs, it creates income, it creates revenue. We brought over $1 million in economic impact to Springfield a couple weekends ago. It's huge. We love seeing that. I'm tickled pink with how well everything's going in the community.
Chad says he's going to open up a gun store that sells overlanding equipment.
Right on.
Well, Chad, we may be in competition. Oh, wait.
Guns?
Did I just let another cat out the bag?
What are you doing tonight?
I must be drunk.
Cheers.
Gotta stop drinking rum.
Wow. Yeah.
This usually about the 1 hour and 18-minute mark.
This is usually about where we go viral.
Yeah, either Michael strips his shirt off or I go on one of my rants.
Yeah. So this is usually where it gets crazy. So with that said, thank you so much, Chris, for coming on to the show. We love you, man. We love your event. We can't wait till next year. Anything that you need, don't hesitate. We're right there for you. And
stay tuned. See what we're going to do in May. Everybody be ready for an amazing event brought to you by More Expo.
Well, we want to break it. We want to break the news. Like when you got the date, when you got everything ready.
Okay. You'll hear it first live on the All Over Land podcast.
There we go. Radio show. Yeah.
Hey
Lee, thanks for pushing all the buttons and doing what you do. This has been an amazing ride, and I'm so excited for what's coming up. Thank you guys, everybody out there, for listening, for pushing the buttons, subscribe, doing all the things that you do. Thank you, Oil Fire, for keeping us going, all that kind of stuff. Everybody out there, whatever you do, make sure that you go all over.